Hello, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's well and you've had a great weekend. So I thought I'd talk to you today about cognitive behavioural therapy, or CBT. I suppose it's what I do, and I kind of wonder how much people know about it or what it does. So I thought it would be helpful if it was something that you're interested in doing, or it's something that you have already experienced and hopefully had benefit from. I would say that, this is what I do, it's what I've practiced for many, many years, but it's not for everybody, and that's, we're all different, and there are other modalities that might be more useful to somebody at a different time. But and the title of today's video is Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, Doing What It Says on the Tin. So the cognitive part was developed by Dr. Aaron Beck back in the 60s, and it was primarily at first used for depression and changing thinking around depression. And then Ellis, I think was the guy's name, who introduced the behavioural side. So how what we do affects how we feel. So putting them together and doing what it says on the tin. Good morning, somebody. Doing what it says on the tin. So looking at our cognitions, looking at our thoughts, looking at our behaviours, what we do, and whether or not they're helpful or unhelpful. So sometimes I think it's a bit confusing, because it's sometimes thinking, oh, well, if I change my thinking to more positive, then everything's going to be okay. And really, it's more about what's helpful or what's unhelpful. Is it helpful for me to think this way, or is there a better way for me to think? So changing how we think, changing what we do so that it's more helpful for us. And that's the essence of cognitive behavioural therapy. So if there is a particular, so it's quite structured in terms of, for me, it's a short-term therapy and it's meant to be that way. And I know there are probably, and NICE guidelines would suggest that there are areas that are needed longer term. So if, for example, there's a particular disorder that needs a longer term treatment, but usually I would work on the basis of between 6 and 15 sessions. My goal is always to help the person to become their own therapist, to take the skills and take the tools and put them into practice for themselves. So adapting the resources to work for you. I hope that's helpful. So the rest of this week I'm going to look at the cognitive side of, so how what we think affects how we feel, and then also how what we do affects the behavioural side, is how what we do affects how we feel. I hope that's helpful, and have a great week. Speak to you soon. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is that on the 1st of November, I'm starting a challenge in our mindset group, so the alcohol-free mindset group. We're doing a thanks and plank, or is it plank and thanks? I can't remember what I did. But it's really just doing a short plank each day in November, and also giving thanks. So gratitude over the month of November. If you'd like to sign up, it's taking place in the Facebook group, and the link to that is in the action button on my page. Hope that's helpful. Have a great week, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.